Morning of day 6. I actually got to sleep in. It was fantastic. So Saturday today. Other than my son coming in around 7:30 and asking if he can watch cartoons, that's it. That's the only interruption I got. So I woke up, I don't know, around 9 o'clock, 9:30, and I said, there's no reason I have to get up. So I just stayed in bed and woke up, I don't know, it's probably around 10 or so. And I actually felt rested and good. It was fantastic. So good start to day 6. Just had my protein shake a little while ago. And then I'll make a smoothie for lunch. So I thought I would share a little bit more about some research that I've been doing on food addiction, because that is kind of what this vlog is all about. I'm trying to discover what food addiction is and the effects of it and what I can do about it. I'm hoping that the information that I find can maybe help somebody else. So, and what I found today, I found on psychguides.com that they have created the Yale Food Addict Scale. So this is designed to resemble the official diagnostic tool for drug and substance use. I think it's called DSM. I didn't write that down. But it's a diagnostic and statistical manual of mental disorders. So that's the official use for substance abuse. So this is the first diagnosis criteria of its kind for food addiction. So the YFAS is what it's called. Attempts to measure the extent to which people binge on specific foods despite repeated attempts to stop or slow down, whether their eating behaviors interfere with their lives, and the extent to which they experience withdrawal symptoms when they abstain from certain foods. So, without ever doing the scale, I know I'm a food addict because everything that I have read on food addiction is me. So, I mean, I guess I could do some kind of a scale. I'm pretty sure I would score pretty high on it. It's my own guess. And then withdrawal symptoms, withdrawal symptoms for me usually includes a headache, but they say, with intense cravings, feeling stress and anger, depression, when abstaining from overeating or the foods that trigger cravings for me, which is mainly, my biggest one is sugar and carbs, like bread, and candy. Those are the biggest ones for me. I haven't had as many of the headaches as I thought I would have, which is, I guess, it is a good thing. I did have some depression. I did have some anger. My stress, I usually can feel in my jaws, but I've been feeling that for a while anyway. It's just been a stressful few months. So I'm still feeling that somewhat in my jaws. I just tend to clench my jaws at night, and so I get some pain right at my jaws. I talked to my dentist because I did go see the dentist this week. They said it's very common. We could try a guard of some sort, but it's like $400 or no, $800. I don't know, some crazy ridiculous price that I don't have the money for. So they said as long as it's not doing damage to your teeth and it's not causing too many issues, really, other than a little bit of soreness, then yeah, it's fine. If they start seeing damage to the teeth, then we'll talk a little bit more about it. But other than that, what else did I find? Oh, causes for food addiction. Emotions and stress. Brain chemistry. The foods rich in fat and sugar can alter the reward centers of the brain. I think we talked a little bit about that before. Genetics. There's a possibility that some genetics play a role in it. And then like childhood trauma can also play a factor, have a factor in this as well. I didn't have childhood trauma. I had a really good childhood, so that was not part of it. I don't know if genetics does play a part. I don't really have, there were some overweight people in my family, but I don't know if there were any food addicts. So yeah, I don't know. I just know definitely brain chemistry has a big factor in it, probably for me. And like I said, I'm a very much emotional eater, stress eater especially. So all the stress of these past few months is, I think, what helped bring on all of these issues again. And food addiction gets worse the longer it is left untreated, which is kind of like your tolerance, or when you think about tolerance and addiction, like drug addiction, need more of the drug in order to get the same effects. Food has that too, so people need to eat larger and larger amounts of food in order to get the same effects that you had the first time. And of course that brings on more of the health issues. So you have the short-term effects, like after a big binge, depression, guilt, sadness, and of course all of those, if you're emotional, brings on another binge, which it does for me especially too. And then thinking about, I don't know that I got quite this far. Thinking about anything other than food can become very difficult. I did think about food all the time. What I was going to eat next. I'd keep food in my pocket and I'd have to force myself not to eat it right away, like at work or something, you know. For this, to the extent that it affects social and professional lives, I don't think mine really got to that point. But if you look, for some people it might. It really might. If it's far enough down the road, I could see how it could affect them that way. Another little fun fact that I found, though, in my research, taste buds regenerate every 10 to 15 days. So I'm on day 6. So that just means like by day 10 or 15, like things are going to start tasting different. Things that weren't quite so sweet are going to be sweeter. Things that were very salty are going to be saltier. I think that's kind of cool. Fun little fact. So that's just the sorts of stuff that I have been doing some research on today. Hopefully you found a little bit of information that you didn't know beforehand. Feeling pretty good so far because I actually got a good amount of sleep, but I'm feeling awake. It's amazing. So we're just gonna lounge today. We're gonna go to the pumpkin walk tonight, and I just have to walk away from the sweets table. That's all. let the kids get their stuff, and then I'll just go around and not go anywhere near it. So that's the plan. Nothing else. Have a wonderful day, and I'll update tonight. Okay, so I've made it through day 6. I did something super scary today and actually shared these on Facebook. That's scary. Means friends and family know that these exist and that they can see them whenever. But it's a good thing. More people need to be aware of what food addiction is and those that struggle with it. Anyway, so today went pretty well. I have found it super discouraging to have to make dinner and then sit at the table while my kids eat and I drink my protein shake. Kind of sucks. But I think it's still important that we sit at the dinner table together, even though I'm not eating. I just kind of stare at their food and smell it. I wish I was eating that instead of drinking my protein shake. But I made it. So I had my regular chocolate protein shake today. And I made a smoothie. So I've been drinking hot chocolate a little bit sometimes. And I was almost out, so I went to the store and found some labeled light. So it has only 2 grams of sugar in it, rather than who knows how much is in the other. I didn't want to look. So, but I like something warm sometimes, and something sometimes other than chicken broth. So we're gonna try the light and see how that is. And then I had gotten a packet of a different kind of protein powder shake thing from a friend. So I tried that with some milk, and it was good. It was a cookies and cream, and I just added milk and ice to it, and it was actually fairly tasty. Not as good as the little tortilla pizzas I made the kids, but it was fine. And then of course my usual chicken broth tonight. So I'm still hungry and I still want to eat, but I'm not. I thought I would share with you, I had mentioned that I can't drink plain water, and I just realized today that the last 2 minutes of my first video were cut off, and I just realized that, so sorry for that. But I was explaining how I kind of get nauseous and kind of gag with fresh water or plain water, unless it's super duper cold or I add things to it. So I was trying to stay away from the Kool-Aid, and I found this little dandy thing. It's called Stir. I bought a lemonade, and I bought this one, which is strawberry watermelon. And there is no added sugar in it, and it only takes 1 squeeze instead of 2 really long squeezes of the Kool-Aid. So yeah, 0 total sugars, 0 added sugars, and it's good. So I like it. I'm happy I found it. Better than the Kool-Aid. A little more expensive, but I feel like this goes a lot longer. So that's my little added bonus for tonight. I really like the Stirs. They're good. They help me tolerate water. Which has actually been going pretty good. That just drinking more water was part of it too, and that's going pretty good overall. Getting my water in. So today was good. I'm glad today is over. Day 7 tomorrow. My goodness, it's been a week almost. And so far, so good overall. I can't really complain too much. So, hope you've had a good day. we've had a wonderful, relaxing day, and then we did the pumpkin walk tonight at my mom and dad's church. It's our annual pumpkin walk that we go and do, and lots of fun. Lots of really cool carved pumpkins. People worked hard on that stuff, so it was good. We had a good time. A little chilly, but not too bad. So all the kids are finally in the bed. I'm going to chill out, do a little bit of my Bible study, and be ready for day 7. Night-night.